Good evening. I am not a journalist.
I'm a lesbian.
Sorry. Okay. Moving on. Our main story tonight regards the rise of ocean plastics in a phenomenon dubbed the blue paradox. Every year, more than 14 million tons of plastic are dumped in the ocean.
That's 391 beans every single day.
That's a rather poor measurement, but it has real impacts. A rise in microplastics, particles smaller than 5 millimeters across, have had a major effect in the deoxygenation of the ocean. A 2021 study estimates that the introduction of microplastics to the zooplankton's diets could decrease ocean oxygen inventories by as much as 10%.
I'm gonna stop you right now. Nobody cares about zooplankton.
Here to talk about animals that are cute enough to actually make you care is a med student who really loves seals.
Hey, it's me again, and I may still not be an expert, but I can still read. And according to Duke University's Marine Lab, as much as 68% of marine mammals have detectable amounts of plastic pollution inside them, substantial amounts. This plastic may be mistaken for food and ingested, or enter the digestive system through ingesting smaller, less cute animals that are already contaminated. Once inside, plastic tends to stick around, and it sticks, accumulating and blocking vital systems, leading to painful deaths for sea turtles, whales, dolphins, and even my son. Look at him! What kind of monster would want to hurt him? And yet, every year, both micro and macroplastic pollution levels in the ocean increase, meaning that even more seals get caught in plastic debris. Ocean mammals are just one part of these vital ecosystems, but by focusing on them, maybe we can guilt ourselves into using paper straws and juggling all of our groceries instead. Imagine if he was your son.
But he is not my son. So why should I care about some animals?
Because you're an animal too. An animal who ingests an average of 200,000 particles every year, as it permeates through your organs, blood, and even brain.
I have one of those?
Yes.
So what can we do?
Maybe if working class individuals would just stop littering, this would all go away.
So the entire crisis is caused by the actions of individual consumers who should feel eternal shame for their role in destroying the planet for hardworking billionaires who try to keep us safe?
That's right, confirmed by the blue paradox, now on view at the Museum of Science and Industry.
The one named after a guy who said that Chicago was so violent it was like Afghanistan on a good day.
That's the one. Funded by the good people at SC Johnson, a family company.
Wait a second. Something feels off. Think about it. Maybe the real blue paradox is the fact that one of the largest companies on Earth is shouting about the consumer's role in the crisis. Meanwhile, they make themselves look fantastic, making pledges while secretly raiding our natural resources to pad their own financial Windexes.
The all-out hypocrisy doesn't end to there, as they keep their wealth ziplocked and sealed. Even though they made $11.2 billion in 2023, they paid absolutely no taxes, according to PolitiFact. That's docked up.
Though they claim to have reduced their virgin plastic use by 32%, a 2011 lawsuit found the company completely made up figures about their carbon footprint. Even if that reduction was true, using their own numbers, they would still contribute an entire percent of total annual plastic waste, 10 times the waste of median companies with over $10 billion in revenue, and the second highest share of any non-food company of its size behind only Unilever.
Even though the Johnson family still has complete control over the brands that bear their name, the company continues to evade real change, instead dumping millions of dollars into marketing campaigns labeled as nonprofits, where they can push their role in the plastic crisis onto the CGI crab, who has to travel across the entire world just to recycle a single bottle, in a journey that costs enough to make all company assets tax exempt. It's also important to note that while SC Johnson publicly supports green policies, behind closed doors their super PAC donates almost exclusively to politicians who openly downplay or dispute the very existence of climate change.
So, what can we do?
We could start by boycotting this short list of companies on the screen that all contribute literal tons of plastic waste each year while actively running greenwashing campaigns. Even the term carbon footprint was invented by BP in order to distract from their active role in destroying the planet.
Kind of like a senior defense lawyer on the King's Council blaming his AI for completely falsifying evidence and quotes in a murder case at the Supreme Court of Victoria.
That's the worst deferment of responsibility I've heard since the Aalborg Zoo in Denmark asked for people to volunteer their pets as food for predators.
For more information on what to do with predators, join us next week for a crash course on surviving a military occupation in lieu of a normal episode.
In the meantime, though,
we're totally fucked!